Hello ladies and welcome to The Beauty Shaman. So today I'm going to do a video on Valentine's Day makeup, and we are going to cover a soft romantic look. There's different looks you can wear for Valentine's Day just depending on who you're with, or maybe you're going to a nice party. Just depends on kind of where you're at in life. But I thought I would start with a soft romantic look. I'm also going to be creating two other videos that I'll post after this video on more of a dramatic look and then a vamp look. Okay, so we're gonna go up the level. Okay, but this one in particular we're gonna do is a very soft romantic look, which I think is probably pretty common. Like, we just want to look soft and pretty. So by the way, go to my website at thebeautyshaman.com. Use the code SB10 for 10% off all of your purchases. And also don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. That helps me to be able to continue creating content for all of you. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so to start off with our beautiful, natural, sort of glowy, rosy, I'm going to use a lot of rosy tones here today, romantic Valentine's Day look, we have to have the right tea when we do our makeup. Very important. Today I have, in my lovely white cup, I have ginger tea. So I'm a big fan of ginger tea. I've had this cough for a couple weeks, been trying to, get rid of it. I've not had a cough like this in like 10 years, so it's so bizarre. So anyway, if I cough a little during the video, please be gracious to me. But I've got some ginger tea here. I love ginger tea. I used to make my own. You just chop up a big chunk of ginger, put it in a crock pot with some fresh spring water. You have to take the skin off of it. Let it marinate in there and cook in there for 12 to 24 hours. Take it out, take all the ginger out, and then you have this incredible tea. I put honey in it. It is absolutely so delicious. I totally recommend you make that. Ginger is a very vital nutrient that we need in our diet as well as in our cooking. So anyway, that's my ginger tea story, but please let me know if you have any suggestions for ginger tea. I love different types of tea. If you don't watch me, you won't know that, but I'm a big tea fan. So let's take a sip. Okay, so to start off with, always we start with taking care of our skin. Beautiful makeup starts on beautiful skin. If you don't take care of your skin, makeup is, no matter what brand you use, it's never going to look great. So I'm going to start with my favorite brand of skincare. It's called Truth Treatment Skincare. I carry this on my website. Totally love this brand. So effective. Very minimal ingredients. It's clean beauty. I've seen a dramatic difference to my skin. I've been sick lately, so my skin is not looking so great. I am getting better, so it's going to start improving, but that does influence your skin. Okay, so you use 2 drops of the Transdermal C Serum, best serum on the market in my opinion. 2 squirts of the Biomimetic Mist to help the efficacy of it, to get it down deep beneath the dermis layer of your skin, and 2 squirts of the Hyaluronic Mineral Hydrator. This really helps with hydration. If you have dry skin, just use this. I don't even use moisturizer for the most part because this is so incredible. I don't use eye cream because I just put it all around my eyes. And it works so well. My skin is very dry today. It's very cold where I live. Got snow on the ground, so I've been struggling with dry skin. So if you're like me, add a little bit of hyaluronic mineral hydrator. Okay, so next I'm going to take my Smooth Affair primer from Jane Iredale. For the most part, I'm using clean beauty products. Some you can get on my website, some not. In the drop down below, just see links to every product to connect to my website or where else you can get it, okay? So I'm going to take some primer, and I'm going to use this by itself. You can actually mix this with foundation if you want to thin out the foundation a little bit. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to just put this on my skin. This helps to keep your makeup on. Also makes your skin kind of glowy, which who doesn't want that? And we want a nice glowy look because it's Valentine's Day and we want to flirt and, All right, so for foundation, I'm going to use the Jane Iredale, where is it here? Okay, Liquid Minerals Foundation. I love this foundation. It's great for older skin. And I'm going to just put 1 squirt on my hand. Comes with these little beads that break as you rub it. And then as you use it, this goes up so you can see how much you have left, which is really fab. So the color I use is called Radiant, just so you can, if you're my color. Okay, and then I'm just going to break all the beads. And as you rub it, you can see it just smooths out. I'm going to apply this with my fingers, as I do so much of the time. There's my lovely age spot. That's been going down though. I put 5% retinol on it every day. and that helps to take it down. I also just colored my hair, so you'll see that. I've always just colored my hair because I color my hair every 2 weeks. For those of you with who have let your hair go gray and natural, God bless you. I am just not ready to do that. But I will. And when I do, you guys are going to hear about it because I'm going to film it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do because I'm going to get it all colored gray and then have it grow out slowly. That's going to be my method. But right now I'm still coloring. So, oh well. A little bit of tea. Okay, so now I'm going to use a little bit of concealer. This is my Juice Beauty concealer. I like Juice Beauty a lot. I'm a fan. Their concealer is a bit dry. So if you do use this, what you have to do is be sure that your skin around your eye is very hydrated. Otherwise, it won't blend in and you'll be frustrated. But it does, if you watch here, it does sink in beautifully on hydrated skin. Really nice. So I use my fingers a lot on making up myself. I am a professional makeup artist, and when I make up other people, I don't use my fingers as much, although I sometimes just to warm up a product. But on myself, you know, you don't really need all those brushes, to be honest. So, and I'm kind of a minimalist by nature. I like things to be pretty straightforward and simple. So the whole finger thing really works for me. Okay, so you can see the difference on how much that highlighted around my eye. Okay, other eye. Okay, so that's my concealer. I also put a little bit of concealer right here and here, and that just kind of brings the attention up to the center of your face and around your eyes, so that your beloved who is sitting across the table from you will go, oh, your eyes. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of highlighter. So this is not Clean Beauty. This is Yves Saint Laurent. If you can see that. This is called Touche Éclat. This is my favorite highlighter. Again, it's not Clean Beauty, but it's a fantastic highlighter. I would love some ideas for Clean Beauty highlighters that people like. But this one I use a lot professionally, and my fingers are slick. That wouldn't come off. And then you give it a little pump. Now, because I use this professionally, I'm not going to put it directly on my skin, but you can when it's yours. So I love, love, love highlighter. I'm a big fan. And I can put this where I want my face to pop. So I'm going to add some dimension. I'm going to add a little bit underneath here. Need more. I'm going to add a little bit right there because as you can see, I get a little bit dark right here. Highlighter is great because it doesn't add a lot of product, but what it does is it bounces the light, okay? So you're not trying to cover, like a concealer has a much thicker consistency, a heavier consistency, but concealer does, but highlighter is just adds that lovely pop. So as you're sitting in a dim restaurant, it's popping your face. It's very subtle. I love subtleties in makeup and in anything in life, in writing, words. I love subtlety. So for me, this is a great trick. You can see the difference that made. Okay, so now I've got my highlighter on. Now you have to be careful. I didn't powder before I put it on. If you put powder on top of highlighter, you're going to diminish it a little bit. So I'm going to let this sink in and see how shiny it is, and then I'll add a very, very small amount of powder. I think as older women, it's important to stay away from too much powder. It can set in fine lines depending on the powder you're using. Typically, I use a very translucent powder on top of my skin if I need to. That is, some days my skin is more dry and I just don't need to, but I'm pretty hydrated now after using the Truth treatment, so I might need to, we'll see. All right, so let's do some eyebrows. I'm actually gonna do a full video on different ways to do your eyebrows. Eyebrows are a big change this year in 2020. It's not as thick, so I wanna really focus on that. I think it's an important thing. So this is just a little bit of color that matches my hair color here. And I'm going to put it on with a thin brush like that. I do like to use eyeshadow in my brows, but in the upcoming video, I'm actually going to show how to do a pencil. I've not done that. I usually use eyeshadow. So for all of you pencil lovers, I will address that. So I'm just going to fill in the outer edge. Okay, so usually at this point I go into contour, but with this particular look, we're not gonna do that. Contour is it's not exiting completely in 2020, it's exiting a bit. And I'm absolutely hate the heavy contour look. I think for older women, it is really, in my opinion, it's not something I'm really fond of. I don't tend to do it very much on people. So this is a very clean, romantic, excuse me, look. So I'm going to actually go right into blush. And I think what I'm going to use is a little bit of a color here called Mocha. And this is a Jane Iredale color, kind of a nice soft rose, because the lips that I'm going to do are going to be like a really sheer soft rose color. And I'm going to take my blush and I'm going to use it like contour. So I'm just going to put it on the cheekbone and go under my cheekbone and a little bit on top. So it brings out my cheekbone a bit, but it's just color. Okay, we're not doing two different colors here. Some of you really love contour, and if you do, hey, do it. That's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to go into lips now that I've done some blush. I'm actually going to blend my lipstick and some lip gloss in order to create a very sheer, lippy, sexy lip kind of a look, okay? So my lipstick I'm going to use is by Jane Iredale. It's called Tanya, and this is a lovely pink color. Really love this color. So I've got like different designs on my hand here. So I'm going to add a bunch to my hand here. I'm going to take, this is a MAC lip gloss called See Through. You can use any color. You could use a sheer color. This is kind of a lovely pinky beigey color that I really like. And I'm just going to blend these two together using my finger again, in keeping with the finger makeup idea. But see, isn't that pretty? Just kind of sheer. And it's a really pretty color. If you don't have a lot of lip color, add more lipstick. If you have a lot of lip color, add less. I recently made up a friend of mine, Tahisha, an African-American friend of mine, who has a lot of lip color. So, in that incident, I would not do a heap of lipstick color because it would compete with it. And her lips were just this beautiful pink color. All right, I'm going to add a bit of lip liner. This is Spice by MAC. This is just one of the best lip liners out there. And I'm just going to add it after because I really want not a heavy lip liner look. I just want a tiny bit. I'm actually going to draw it a little bit outside my lip line because we want kind of more of a pouty lip. So I think that's really pretty, really romantic. Has a little bit of a frame to it with the lip liner. I could even have gone a little bit lighter of a color on the lip liner, but I'm going to leave it for now because I think it's going to soften and blend in a bit. All right, so on to eyes. So we're going to do a very soft, romantic look for the eyes, and I'm going to use this palette. This is called Naturally Glam by Jane Iredale. So if you like a little bit of glamour, this is such a phenomenal palette. I love this palette. I sell this palette. I use it all the time. I'm actually going to focus on this color right here, this kind of beigey color, and also this pinky color. But to start off with the beigey tone there, I'm going to use a brush that has a little bit of a tip, but it's got some poof to it because I don't want to put a ton on because this has iridescent in it. So in dealing with iridescent or shiny colors, really be careful not to use too much because we'll go into crazy mode like, ooh, you look weird. All right, so I'm going to take this color and I'm basically going to put it kind of around like this on my lid down here. Just going to softly kind of blend it in. I'm going to leave this part of my lid open though because I'm going to put a little pop of pink there to go along with the soft romantic pink look. So the key with this is you just have to work with color. Just have to work with it with the brush. You just see I'm doing. You just blend it in. Just work with it. And a lot of this, honestly, it's just practice. That's all it is. So see, that's very pretty. Soft and pretty with a little hint of iridescent to it. Really, really, really nice. I love this shade. Okay, so that's that one color just blended in around here, a little bit on this edge, a little bit here, and leaving the lid part completely open. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to dip it in the pink. See? Because we're going for that really soft romantic look. Romantic for all of my New York people. And I'm just going to tap that very softly on the lid. Isn't that pretty? And again on this side. And if you need to, just rub it off the brush and then run the brush back over the top just to blend everything in. You want to have it blended. I think that's beautiful. All right, I'm going to add now, we're going to go to the brown, the very dark brown. And I'm going to use a slanted brush, okay? And I'm going to put this right next to my eyelash line. Now this takes a little bit of practice. You basically want to think in terms of putting it between your lashes, okay? I'm not going to use an eyeliner pencil today because I might use a little. I don't know, what made up my mind. But, you know, I really want this to look soft and blended. So that's why I'm using this brush. So see how pretty that is? Very, very soft. Not a liner look, okay? And I'm going to take that exact same color and I'm going to go underneath. But mostly on that outer edge, okay? Be really careful you don't bring it down too far because that can make you look overly made up, okay? You know, we're going for that soft look. It's pretty, eh? Okay, I'm really happy with this. I think this looks really soft and pretty. If you did want to add a little bit more depth to it, to the liner, I would say use, this is the Jane Iredale, oops, I just took it apart. It comes with a little brush inside the lid, and it's a lovely gel liner. It's just wonderful. This is called Dark Topaz. So these are just great because it's clean beauty and it's liners and they are kind of a jelly consistency and you can blend them until they dry. So I'm going to take this and just add a little bit more depth just to the outer edge of the top lash. You'll see the difference here. And that's, see how much that added with just the depth. I'm not going to do it all the way across. Just on the outer edge. In keeping with the idea of soft romantic. Soft romantic. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of mascara. Maybelline Great Lash. Gotta love it. If you want lots of lashes on Valentine's Day, layer, 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 layer. That helps. Also, using like a lash primer can be really awesome. I don't have one here, but you know, Chanel makes an incredible primer. You put it on, then you put your mascara on top, and it's like, you know, a bomb went off on your lashes. It really works really well. I know there's other lines that carry that kind of a thing. If you have one you like, please write down below. But, you know, I find if I just layer it, works great. Okay, so I have mascara on my upper lashes because I want all the attention on the upper lash. And I'm going to take a little tiny bit of powder around my eyes. So this is a Dior powder. I don't know what this is called. Sorry. I will find it and put it down below. Put a tiny bit around my eye just to get rid of some of that shine. All right, so the only last thing I would do, I just realized this, is I want to use this round highlighter right here on the Jane Iredale palette. It's a wonderful highlighter. I'm actually going to use my finger and I'm going to put a little bit of highlight here. So we're really highlighting the eye area and a tiny bit here. Even though I already used a little bit of a cream highlighter, I'm going to put a tiny bit. And that's just going to make it a little bit iridescent as the light hits it. Why not? Okay, so that is your romantic Valentine's Day look for 2020. Please let me know any thoughts or suggestions you have down below. I love to hear from you and I always respond. Thank you so much for watching The Beauty Shaman and have a wonderful ginger tea filled day.